a lot of my early game, though, in that VOD review, I needed to, in other words, use more of my lane.
Mm-hmm. Because you were just hiding over by the rock.
Yeah. I fucked that up.
So this is where I'm just... We're not even trading, but I'm winning the lane, right? Because I have the threat of trades.
Yeah.
Now that I hit level 2...
It's going to be a lot harder for me.
Yep. Because now you also don't have a potion. And I figure that you're going to struggle under turret. And I'm not doing anything fancy. I didn't even, like, bush... Wow, you're taking a lot of damage. Okay, still won that trade. Oh, still bleeding. Whoopsies. That's a...
I tried. And I slid for no reason there.
Why are you going in here? Ooh. Do you die?
I'm probably gonna die. I'm
Nope.
pretty
Nope. Survived. I think minions killed me there. But that was a weird engage, but you made it work. Good.
Yeah. Fuck me. I missed the cannon.
Now, what happened when you left the lane, though?
I should have pushed at the tower. I realized that whenever
Mm-hmm.
I backed.
It's sorta to tower now. But now I can just pull my wave. And now I'm all good. Because now I know I won't get ganked. And now you just push the wave to me. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah. But it has to reset either way, so... But yours is going to collide with mine now. Now I have to play more defensive. And basically respect your damage, right?
Well, that's up to you. I would respect Ari's damage, but Good.
And I didn't back off.
Yep. And you wasted your ult, though.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, whatever. You're gonna tank. Good. Good.
I wanted to respect the minion damage because I was pretty sure it was going to kill me if I didn't.
And if you notice, I set my ward up in the bush so that you couldn't freeze it. Because even if you dragged the minions over there, you'd be tanking everything.
Yeah, I put a ward in the front bush.
Yeah. So that way I can't. That way you can't just bounce back and forth. But that's good. And you flashed for it, which is fine. Your CS still needs some work, but you're playing this.
Yeah, it
decently.
does.
And it's,
I was a little tilted that match, I think.
Mhm. Why are you staying though?
That was a really bad. Nope. 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 Still let me leave.
Where's your TP?
I already TP'd in. I TP'd in earlier to get off earlier, I guess.
Mm-hmm. You could have checked the bush too there.
Yeah. Yeah. But I assumed that you would have been gone.
Okay, good. Now, Phage, just because you're into Darius, and why Vamp Scepter? Just so you can stay after lane.
Sustain. That's what won me the fight before.
Okay.
Because I may have taken a little too much damage earlier, which would have screwed me up really bad.
Alright.
They will regret opposing me.
Nope.
Good.
And I walked into it.
Yeah, you got greedy for the minion.
Yeah.
Good. You're not gonna chase?
No.
Good.
I need the minions.
Good. That's what I'm trying to get at. So you I don't know, you're trading well, but then you just go back and make like an extra long trade, and then I win. Because Darius does really well in those really long trades. You kind of need a short to medium trade for you.
So basically, play it like you have a keystone that's unfavorable, like Tryndamere.
Yeah, something like that. More, well, as well as just kind of knowing that you...
And I did it again.
Yep.
Um,
Why are you backing there?
I have TP.
Oh no, but
I was just
why
making
backing in front of me?
because it would make you lose some minions.
Okay. Good. See, I'm gonna let you go and you can TP.
I could have queued out of that.
with overwhelming force.
Good. Good.
Make no mistakes. Never retreat.
Good. And now you're getting jungle ganked. Good.
Yeah. What the hell, dog?
So I would
Loki,
say
what are you doing?
you went pretty well in there. You overextended a little bit because I could have baited that for someone.
A gank.
Yeah.
Not rest.
So I mean, just remember that's the part that will influence most lanes in the top lane.
Yeah. And the fact that I need a lot more CS. Because you're still beating me in CS.
And you've killed me twice, and you are a level ahead. But that's expected with TP.
I could have flashed. And I didn't.
You got punished for it.
If I flashed, I probably would have survived.
Now you lose turret.
Yeah. And that balances it out.
And now this is where I get to choose. Do I want to just keep kind of stomping you now because now I know I can kill you, or do I want to go somewhere else?
Yeah. Because it's
Alright.
like 50-50.
Yep, so let's restart. So, I mean, so this is that was a really good laning phase compared to the other one, but you still
Yeah.
are getting pushed around by me. So let's both exit, and we can try it with Pantheon, who is much
Okay.
better at roaming than Darius because of his ult and such.
Yeah.
Because I can hide in a bush, and then I do that, do the ult, and
I have a lot harder of a time against Pantheon, so
oh,
I'm warning you now.
well, what do you need to do into Pantheon? That's my maybe a better question.
Take exhaust.
Take exhaust, okay. That could be possible, yeah.
To die at my feet.
Stay further back in the lane.
What are you gonna start?
Ninja tabbies.
I mean, your first buy. Like, are you gonna start Dorn's Blade?
Cloth armor and 4 pots.
Okay. You can also start Dorn's Shield, depending on how you feel, how much you feel he's gonna poke. Because Dorn's Shield blocks 8 damage from my single attacks, and that's really all I'm gonna be doing for 1 through 3 is my Q.
So instead of taking cloth armor and 4 pots, take Drain Shield.
It depends on, one, his masteries, and 2, how often you're gonna run your pots. Because a lot of people run cloth potions, cloth armor and potions, and they don't run the potion fully, so that like you're at 200 life and now you're running a potion. Well, now you're already in my lethal range, so you just need to make sure you use the potions correctly, if that makes sense.
So basically, back off whenever they've used the potion to let it fully work.
Yeah, and you're gonna be doing a lot in and out.
Yeah. In the guide that I read and all, it's actually written by my one friend who's platinum.
Immediately.
She said Pantheon's pretty much the worst nightmare for Fiora.
Yeah. And what happens? Do you ever get picked against? Like, do people ever pick Fiora away from you? Because I would
Yeah.
suggest learning how to play your counters as well. Learning how to play Darius and Pantheon.
Let us press on.
Yeah, I that's part of why I was asking for the 1v1, because sometimes I have trouble against Darius, as you saw in the game, because I partly got tilted from the Warwick jumping in like that, and I jumped in with him for no reason. And then it just was an overall horrible experience. But against Pantheon, it's just like I'm always in a really bad position. What's up, Loki? In the guide that my friend has, she says to basically only farm until 6, and whenever he reaches 6, let your team know.
Yeah, it's gonna kind of be like a TF, because I can just if I can't feel like I can get a kill from you, I'm gonna. Yeah, you overstepped.
Understood.
You need to
Yeah.
space the same distance away from me. Good. And all you're trying to do is get as much CS as you can. I'm going to try to zone you off from XP and stuff, but...
Without pause.
God damn it.
Honor compels me. Let us press on.
The only thing with Pantheon is he is pretty susceptible to ganks because he has no escape. Really depends on how far he pushes, though.
Yeah.
This is where you're in a kind of a dangerous spot because I can just poke you when...
Yeah. God damn it.
Onward.
Do you really want
Would
that
I want
CS?
to... Would my parry be okay in this situation for even trying to see us? Under tower.
Yeah, as long as you're not low. Because the second I see you use parry, I know I can die. That's a free pass to dive you. So I don't like ever using the thing that like keeps my guy away from diving me. But you could. You also have to just practice because I think it's kind of awkward damage-wise.
Yeah. I could have parried that.
Not provoke me.
Now, how's this lane gonna go?
With pride.
Yours is gonna push. But... Yeah, it's gonna push. Very slowly,
My lane's
but
gonna
it's gonna
push
push.
to you?
Consider it done.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You sure?
Unless if you don't basic attack the last ones.
No. You had more caster minions.
Immediately.
Yeah. But I thought you would have basic attacked the last ones.
Oh no, because I want you to come out so I can get a gank from my jungler,
They will know.
and then I can freeze it on you. Because I saw, yeah, he can see us under tower decently. Now let me try to really starve him.
With pride. Honor compels me.
You didn't need to do that, but it was a good idea because that's how you break a freeze.
Yeah, and I thought the minions might actually contribute more to it too.
Spear is pressing.
But now I
So
can just keep it here.
what do I build then next?
I would build a Doran shield because you're getting kind of stomped in lane, but that's my personal belief. Because tankiness is more important here than damage. But you could start a phage because you need the you need the.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm 40 CS above you in one kill. And look, This is why I don't like cloth potions. You still have 2 potions left. So it's
Yeah.
like, well, is it really that effective then?
Let us press on.
No.
Yeah.
But I didn't engage you at all either. So
Yep.
I know my path.
Why did you ult me? You never
to get
did.
away from you.
Alright.
Because I didn't think I would have gotten away from you.
Fate is sealed.
I like the repose on the ult, but I would have saved my ult a little bit. Nice. Cool, that didn't actually cause turret damage, or turret aggro.
Immediately.
Yeah, never recall in front of people. Unless you're trying to outplay them, because there I could have just went on you.
Pleasure.
Yeah. So basically, walk back into the bush over here, right?
Or just out of vision. So, like, a little further back, you would have been fine, because then I couldn't see you. And then I would have to stop
Yeah.
my push to go find where Fiora was, if I was bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Do not provoke.
Oh.
Good.
They will know war.
And I would be probably warding the tribush
Let us press on.
here.
Why?
Because I wouldn't want to be ganked, and it would give me a moment's notice.
Or, yeah, more dove.
So,
My path.
Because where you're at and how I've been playing just signals the jungler and I will dive. Because Pantheon's a really good diver. Alright,
Yeah.
where's this lane gonna go? It's gonna go to you.
it's going to push to you,
Mhm.
because my lane's going to arrive first.
And you had more casters. You had 4 and I had 3.
Yeah.
My speed is restless.
So that means I'm doing the same thing to you I did before, where I'm just kind of starving you out. And that's where, in kind of some games, it's that, like, I know I'm not getting kills on you, but I can make you more useless than I am without kills. Because I know I can farm.
Yeah.
And you can't farm right now.
Let us press on.
Yeah.
So, what should we do here?
Not force a fight.
Do not.
Just try to stay behind the minions and
Where's
in
somewhere
XP
that
range.
you can... Well, where can you
Bush it.
earn gold?
Just
Where can you earn gold on your map?
I know my path.
You could take Krugs. Or
yeah, I was just about to say.
Because here, I can freeze it for a bit, but eventually it will push. Either because I'm taking too much damage or something like that.
Yeah.
So, and then you just come collect the wave when I'm back. Because you can also see, you can see me the whole time. You know where I am. And then when you're disappeared, I'm gonna maybe hard push it now. Because now I'm like, alright, if you're backed, I'm gonna just push this in now. And now, then you can get multiple XP.
Yeah.
It really depends on how healthy you can take them. If it brings you to too low, then I wouldn't take it. Okay, now you don't have a... So I baited out your riposte because I know you were riposting my Qs. So there, because you should have suspected a dive.
Yeah. So I should have waited until I saw the jump.
Yeah, because riposting my Q, it's nice, but under turret you feel comfortable, and then I kind of do it. I kind of do something that you don't expect.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
And now I can go roam because you didn't choose to take teleport. And that's the biggest thing with exhaust flash.
Yeah.
Because teleport, it usually gives you a CS advantage. And now I just push you out of lane again.
I would just have to back here.
Yep. Good. And you weren't like hiding there, because do you see how I ghost bladed and just kind of was like, I know her riposte is down for a few more seconds, I'm just gonna go in.
Yeah.
And this is what's happening on this turret is me denying you XP and gold. So I'm just saying your turret is gonna die. Is gonna kill all the minions.
Yeah.
And I just waited for the last hit. Because I wanted that whole wave to die while you were gone. There's no real way for me to kill my own minions besides that. So at this point, what should you do? Should you call people up here? If you had junglers, you think so?
Yeah, I would call them, let my team know that you're 6, and then basically say to them, well, I need help. There's no way.
You did it in my vision, that's why.
Yeah.
You didn't respect my position.
Yeah.
Because if I'm knocking at your second tier, and you're in the jungle, you're crossing my line, kind of thing. You're out of bounds. Does that make sense?
Oh. Yeah. And you could probably ward my Krugs too.
Well, yeah, I had that bush warded, so I saw that you were doing them.
Yeah.
That bush is nice to see for a recall, or if junglers or something are doing that. You also see how I itemized against you?
Yeah.
How did I itemize against you?
You build against lifesteal.
Yep. I got Executioner's Calling, saying, Fiora, I know you have your ult, and I don't really want to play around with trying to have you outplay me.
So basically, I need to ask for a jungler to come help, and hopefully mid lane,
So
and then and try to freeze the wave.
Yep. So now let's pretend you have all zombies, and they already knocked down. We already knocked down mid, and you guys are kind of losing all over. What do you need to do? So try to get back into this game. I'm ganking bottom.
Go around.
I'm ganking bot. Do you really want to come down bot with me? Probably not.
No, mid,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, well, yeah, you could also go mid just because there's a lot more minions there. Because I'm trying to see what you're going to do to get maximum gold right now.
Farm this wave and then go mid.
Yep, so just go try to do something here. Because right now I'm just trying to put more pressure on to your map. I see your way middle has more red minions. I'm gonna go take that.
And then
Is this gold efficient right now? Oh, time to dive you.
oh. Yeah.
What should you have done instead?
Stayed top.
So one of the things is you didn't look at the minion wave. So you saw that my minion wave was big, and then it got cleared out because of the turret. And you see how I'm pressuring all the waves at once? Or all the towers at once? Because I understand how many minions I need to do that. And I'm trying to get as efficient as possible. So this is where you want to contest my turret, or try to defend. So you want to push out something, because if I just keep you locked in with between three turrets, you're never going to get out of that. It's kind of like being checked in chess, meaning that you're really close to being screwed, but you're not there yet. And then you don't have a Tiamat, so you're not going to push fast. So.
But I can't build the Tiamat because you have an Executioner's Calling.
You could still. You could go Titanic Hydra if you really had to, because that helps you with split push. Ravenous Hydra helps you with dueling, because you don't ever want to duel me, right?
No.
Well, I mean, maybe at level 18 and when I've fallen off or something, but so ultimately you need to push faster than I can push 2 lanes, and that's the play here.
Yeah.
And we'll do this with some bots, so you can so I can show you what I mean. Some actual other people bots. So your turrets don't just get wrecked, but so here, your team just lost some fights, and now my team's capitalizing on that mistake. Is an inhib worth defending? Yeah, but you can't defend against me, so you should try to have your team earn some gold.
Yeah. So basically just stay split pushing.
Yep.
Would a Triforce be good here?
I would say so. Also because you're out of mana already. You see how that...
Yeah.
And I can gank you now because you're out of mana.
Yeah. I'm dead here.
So that is kind of knowing when to back off and stuff. Alright, so I'm trying to show you the mid bot landlock where I'm going bouncing back and forth, pushing waves, and you can't do anything. So I'm going to leave the game. I'm going to do one more, and it's going to be with bots, so that you can actually come back from something. Meaning, like, you could go kill some bots and some of my team, and get some gold that way. Depending on, so kind of giving you a more realistic view of the game. But I'm gonna go run to the restroom real quick.
Okay.
And then we'll get doing that one.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna have 3 bots. No jungler because both our junglers AFK'd or something.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have intermediate bots. Actually, let's do 2 bots actually, because we'll both be in top lane.
Yeah.
And I'll give you Ziggs and Sivir. And I will have what's a mid laner that you've played against before? Lux? You seen many Luxes?
Zed, Talon, Lux, Ziggs,
And then what an
Karthus.
80 carry will play MF. Alright. We'll make them all intermediate so they have somewhat of a brain. Alright, and we'll start. Is there another specific matchup? Do you want to go Pantheon again? Do you want to go
Pantheon again? Yeah.
Right.
So I want to probably build Duran's shield and then go right into Tide. Phage, then Sheen
Yeah.
against Pantheon.
You could have also just sat on your Phage and just waited. So that's where it's really dependent on the game and how it's being played out. You could have just also sat on a chain vest for that GA in the future or something like that. Because it's still useful, and if it like allows you not to get dove, it's super gold efficient then because you're not dying and stuff.
Yeah.
Even though it looks really bizarre because you are building a chain vest at like 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're taking that. Good. And then some Pantheons will take Deathfire Touch, where it makes the door and shield a little worse because it's magic damage at the end. But I don't think many people do that anymore.
Most people do the Thunderlords.
Yeah. Usually it was into tanks. Because Thunderlords wasn't
Let us press on.
that good into tanks like Malphite. Alright, let's hope we choose our lane. No, Lux, go away.
Sever, please.
Restless.
It says chooser. I chose my
This
lane
one-
though.
This lane has been chosen. Go away.
Compels.
There.
If I go into the middle of the lane, will it say I chose?
I think it has to wait for minions to spawn and they move. We'll move to cover the other open lane.
She's staying in lane.
Well, the minions haven't spawned yet.
Has your luck staying in your lane?
Yeah. Make sure you're under tower though. Alright. But I just chose my lane.
Okay. Hit ask for assistance. I will choose the lane, I guess. I think.
Know my path.
Go away, Sever.
Yeah. No, she's not leaving. Alright, well,
Do not provoke me.
that's awkward.
Yeah.
Alright, well, no jungle to top. Alright. So this is actually really good for you, because it... So let's restart this. I don't know why that's... So let's just restart the game. They change the customs every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Create custom. Alright, we'll just add one bot. Because then I know they won't be.
Going into our lane. In a lane.
Yeah. We'll do 280 carries. Because I know you can at least pick off an 80 carry.
Yeah. Yes.
Alright. Let's try this.
My spear is restless.
They went to the bot lane.
Yep, that's fine.
I know my path.
And so that will just give you late, like mid to late game, something to target. If you can't.
Honor compels me.
If I can't do anything, or
Yeah, or if you can't do anything into me, because in a real game you could go split like against the AD carry, um, and still be able to do something on there.
yeah.
Immediately.
They both have exhaust ignite.
Yeah, because they're both beginner bots too. I think.
Oh.
Essentially, it's the free gold part. Because sometimes they'll miss position and you could capitalize it.
Do not provoke me.
But
With pride. They will know war. Let us press on. Onward. Let us press on.
so, what are you trying to do here?
Onward.
Just CS. And missing a lot of CS.
And if you notice that Doran Shield's actually doing a lot of work for you,
Yeah, it is.
because you've been really healthy.
Pride.
Yeah.
So into someone like Renekton or something that has more AoE, I think cloth armor's more important, but
Without fall.
okay, so you're out of potion.
My spear is restless.
Would corrupting potion be okay too against Pantheon?
To start, you could. It's a little riskier because, I mean, ultimately you'd be looking
Because
for like a
you have to
kill.
wait.
Yeah, and you have to wait. The Doran Shield protects you a little bit
Is
more.
instant.
Well, yeah, it's instant 8 damage off my stuff, off my Q, which nothing else really will do for you. Good.
They will know.
But you are spending a lot of mana on that, so you might want to, because remember, you're on Doran Shield, so you can eat one. You can eat one free. You don't have to spend the mana.
Okay, yeah.
Immediately.
Because if I can dive you, that's gonna be really rough, right? When you use that, or if I tell my Udyr jungler we're gonna dive this. Because if you die,
And I did it again. Don't do it. Okay, dudes. Does it?
Because I could be baiting that out like I was before, and then I just dive you after that. I mean, you've stayed much healthier this time, but
Yeah.
you're still gonna be... And then you still regen a lot faster.
Yeah. It's actually a lot more favorable this time.
Yeah. I mean, your CS is still rough, but you are not feeding yourself up to me, which is good. This is what we're trying to do.
How much do I want that cannon minion? That's how much.
And then because you did that, I didn't want to go stun you. That's good, but
My riposte is already back up.
good.
They disgrace the art of war.
Good.
Honor compels.
And then once I back, I would get a Phage and then a Sheen.
I think so. I don't know if you can afford both, but
Damn it. I tried to get the minion even though I fucked up.
just look at your mana now.
Yeah, it's lower.
So now this is where you don't want to riposte until, because you need to wait for your mana regen a little bit. So a Q here and there to get farm, that's fine, but you don't want to riposte because that costs a lot of mana.
Now, question. I shouldn't level up my Q. I should only level up my W against Pantheon because it costs the same mana at all ranks.
Your Q? That's up to you. The Q damage I don't believe goes through the passive though. Goes through my passive. This is not an auto attack. You're gonna run out of mana soon, and then I can dive you.
My spear is restless.
Okay, so you just forfeited a lot
Yeah.
just because of your mana. I'm gonna get a second wave. I might be able to even get a third wave, or I let it
Yeah,
push up.
but the lane's gonna stay where it is.
They disgrace the art.
And I can go do Raptors or something.
Yep, good.
But I probably want to stay at the turret right now.
Yep.
Onward. I know my path.
So there, you're... Now this is just kind of punishment, because now I can go farm whatever. Right?
Do not provoke.
Yeah.
Nice. I assisted in the gank. I didn't actually think you'd kill her.
Now I back off.
Why?
Just because I would be able to be ganked very easily.
But you caught up a little bit of CS. Now instead of being a fourth, you're about a half.
Let us press on.
Now, for Krugs, would you suggest taking a health pot more?
A health pot more?
Like, if I'm going to be doing Krugs every now and then against Pantheon, would you suggest me doing a health pot as well so that it keeps the sustain whenever I go back to lane? Because I'm at...
A refillable or a health? I think a refillable would be worth it. Because in this kind of match, you're going to get... Ooh.
And I got outplayed.
Because all I have to do is wait for your post.
Consider it done.
Yeah. And then I get a sheen.
Without pause.
What? Ash? Ash pot too strong.
It gave me enough gold for a sheen.
Alright. I mean, but realistically, your team would do something else on the map, right? So you is trying to model a little bit more. Something more reasonable. Again, just letting all the minions to die.
Let us press on.
Oh god, Ash bot too strong.
They will know. Do not provoke me.
Now I put a ward over here in the bush there, so now I have you all to myself up here.
I know my path.
I mean, because I'll
Yeah.
get to see if they try to do anything swanky.
Immediately. Enjoy this.
Why?
So sometimes Pantheons will do that because you think they recall, but they actually man jump. Why is what I'm doing a mistake that you didn't capitalize on?
Because I could have probably engaged on you, and it would have given my team a chance to open up and gank you easily.
Yep. And I was out of mana, so you could have definitely killed me there. You just chose not to.
I didn't realize.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the damage, though.
I was out of mana, though. And you do because you have Sheen. Think every time you Q, you get extra, like, 100 damage. Almost 100 damage, like 80 damage.
Yeah, like Hecãrim.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm playing too defensively whenever I should be able to
Yeah,
open up chances like that.
Yeah, you weren't thinking, you were just saying, I need a farm, I need a farm, I need a farm, when you're saying I could have killed Pantheon, my team could have gotten mid now, because when the Fed guy dies, there's a lot more your team can do then, right? When, like in that game, when Darius died, you guys were free, relatively.
Yeah.
The few times you guys did kill him. you see me bot. I just killed your teammate. What are you gonna do?
Go and get top turret.
Okay. Are we gonna beat you to the turret race?
Yes.
Okay. So it's that acknowledging that you're going to make that trade. Now the inhib's always a weird one because you would never want me to spawn super minions. Are you queuing while you're attacking the...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a slow thing whenever Fiora is not fed.
Okay. My team, though. My team. Now what happens? Does this change your decision?
Now I have to back.
Why?
Yeah. Because now you're about to get an inhib.
Yep. You got a turret, and you're like, yay, team, I gave you some gold, but now I'm going to be here. Are you going to just watch me take it? Or are you going to try to fight me afterwards?
I'm gonna wait until you guys get to the turrets.
Okay. Bye. Oh, Ash is fighting me. There we go. Now, what do you need to do?
Go collect on the gold.
Yeah, and then after that?
Push up bot a little bit.
Why?
Because of the minions and the super minions, sorry.
Yep. See, now you might need to buy a Tiamat after your Triforce and just shove out bottom. Because now this opens up the rest of the map for me, right? Because I know at least one of you guys is committed to bot now. And so this
since Ash is going and committing to bot, I have to go somewhere else now.
Yeah, you don't have to. You could, because you guys could just shove out that. So if you look on my...
But we have to...
If you look on my...
The mid...
You could do mid. But look, your lane was already pushing, though.
Yeah.
You could have also
But it's at, like, no health.
Yeah, you could have shoved out bottom. Because this is why you don't take mid. Because it's too easy to get ganked when you're so behind. Good. You capitalized on
Running away.
But see how bottom kind of is going to screw
Oh
you
god.
now?
Yeah.
So you were thinking here and now, let mid fall and defend your nexus. Because that's much more important. See, I'm winning even though I'm not down there. So you might need to help this Ash.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have the pushing power. And now I say, well, Ash is kind of special. I'm going to go just win the game now. Alright, she's backing. Great. Now I have free turret.
And I just did that again.
Good. But now you have open nexus, so now what do you do?
I have to defend. Oh god.
And so this all stemmed from you trying to take mid out.
Push top.
Yeah, you went mid and then you escaped and pushed top, when really all your pressure was down bottom.
What do you mean
Like
exactly by that?
all the pressure, meaning like all the super minions. Super minions were causing you pressure because they were taking your base.
Oh yeah.
Because yes, mid was already gone. You should have just said, yeah, mid's gone. I can defend tier 2 and I can defend tier 2 there, and we have a smaller base now. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Hey, Ash can deal with that one. But she can't deal with that. Wait.
Yeah. So you'll have to
Kill her quickly and
run back.
go back.
Because now super minions are on the Nexus.
They will know war.
Now, usually, if you're in that position where you open an inhib,
Ash, let it come in.
you have to wait for the inhib to respawn. So now that it respawned, you have to kill that last wave of super minions, and you usually want to push it out a little bit.
Yeah.
In most, especially if it's safe to do so. That's always the caveat. Is it safe? And then I can rotate the map because I say, well, I know you have to be bottom, or you're making a mistake, and then I'm winning in 2 ways.
Yeah.
I see mid lane's getting huge for whatever reason. My team isn't looking at mid lane. So a lot of it is looking at the map and seeing how big waves are and what direction they're going.
Yeah. Like, why is Ash going mid? Remember, she could have just finished a wave and let me go into you.
Yep. And now this is solo queue.
She dies.
So exactly, the rotations really have a lot of consequences. Now I say, well, I'm not into that. Your flash for my flash, so I got the inhib. For the inhib turret.
Yeah.
And this is where, if you have the lead there, you get to do a lot more.
Oh god.
That would
Didn't
be
respect the
called
block.
that, and I would call that a coin flip at best. It means you're doing a 50-50 shot, when really you could have just split pushed bot or top, because look at those waves. It says like 15 minions on bottom and more on top.
Or went to attack you.
Yeah. So you made the mistake while Ash is carrying you. But if you notice top lane, it's gonna eat all my waves. So that might be a wave that you want to carry to a turret and then contest. Just recognize you have 2 open inhibs.
Yeah. And I also didn't use the Titanic button because I forgot that I can.
Well, so remember, Titanic is better for pushing rather than dueling, and then you opted in for dueling. If you go that build. So that's where you actually want to sit in a lane and just follow that minion wave. And if I show up, then you just move to a different lane.
Yeah, I just back off.
So now that you did that, let's see. I'm clearing out top.
I know my path.
Good.
Singe is broken.
You could take it, but it'd be risky. Good.
Yeah.
Now, where are you going next? Probably bot with Ashe.
Yeah.
Or you're defending mid if you see me push up. So now, do you want to...
Since you're at my inhib, though, you can't end the game by just yourself. But Ashe is just going to give you a free kill.
Yeah. So now...
Now you can end the game.
Now I could end the game. Or I take double inhib, make your life more chaotic. So I'm going to opt into the second. Alright, good. So you defended that second one. Good. And see how quickly you take waves down, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's a lot
it's a
better
little better of a
against
build
Pan-
into Pantheon. It's like one of those weird builds that sometimes works. It's not the end of all builds, but that Ashe arrow.
What? I was going to be like, really? So I would build Black Cleaver now, right?
No.
Or no?
Because Trinity Force doesn't stack with it.
Yeah.
Do you have any armor? Maybe a Dead Man's? Do you have...
More armor.
You could buy a Steric's Gauge as well. Steric's Gauge is really nice in the Pantheon. Because it baits me into your health pool.
Well, I could do Randuin's.
Yep.
But you don't have much crit.
Nope. And if I do crit on you, you're already too low, so... I like Steric's
What
Gauge.
about Zizirot?
I wouldn't do that. I would do Dead Man's or something like that. Or Steric's Gauge because it gives you base damage. If we were thinking hindsight there. Alright, so you kill my lovely assistant.
Please, Ashe, no. Please, no.
So how are you gonna save
Please.
her?